Alias 1 and Alias 2 controllers can be programmed into a camera operator setup, where one controller is used by a co-pilot to control the camera settings. In this video, we will explain how to program this camera op setup. The first step is to install the Dji Go for Products Before P4 app on two personal devices, one for each controller. You should not install it on the tablets that come with the remote controls, otherwise the app will interfere with Cockpit for later usage. So we can disconnect these tablets since we won't be using them for this process. Instead, we will connect the USB cable into the controller directly to the phone. Once everything is set up, we launch the Dji Go apps on both phones and we turn on the transmitters. On the opening screen, click Camera. You will get a warning that the remote controller signal is too weak or that you need to update the firmware, but you can ignore that. In fact, you should not update the firmware. It should stay as it is for use with the Alias 2 system. Click the menu button in the top right corner to enter the menu. You can do this on both phones. Then click on the remote controller icon to open the remote controller settings. For the master remote control, you can leave it in the master function, but for the slave, you can click the drop-down menu and click slave. It will ask you to confirm, just press OK. We must now connect the slave remote controller to the master remote controller. And to do this, we can go to the slave controller and click on search, which will provide a list of master RCs to connect to. The remote controller name of the master is listed on the master controller. In this case, it is RC4017. So we can choose RC4017 from the list, and we have to type in the password. So in this case, this is 6622. When the remote controller function has been successfully altered, you will see that instead of a red light, as is the case with the master, you will now see a violet light on the slave controller. This indicates that it's been successfully altered. If you wish to control the camera angle with the slave controller, you have to request gimbal control permission, which you can do with the button on the slave controller. Just press request gimbal control, press OK. A pop-up will appear on the master controller app and you just press agree. You will get a confirmation that the request was successful. Doing this will allow you to change the camera angle with the slave RC as well as the master RC.